Alejandro for 8Dio. In this video we are going to demonstrate our Misfit toy synths. For this library we have sampled a dozen of vintage and toy synthesizers and put them all together in one patch. The idea is to have an infinite amount of combinations of synthesized sounds without actually having to create the sounds from a raw synthesizer. So if we take a look at this product, we can see that it is divided in two engines. There is engine A and there is engine B. Each of the engines is independent from each other, and each of the engines can be configured independently also. So as you can see, there are up to 54 articulations per engine. They are the same articulations, but they can be combined. So basically what you can do is combine two articulations, each one with unique settings, and like this you can create unique sounds. So for example, let's say that I select articulation 20. Or say that I put articulation 35. So as you can see, all the articulations are different. And if you select the engine B to play simultaneously with another articulation, so as you can see, I can create unique sounds. Or we can just change everything, or you can even randomize it, like by pressing this button you can just select a random articulation in each engine. Or you can increase or decrease the articulation. You can solo the engine or you can mute it. So say that we like these combinations we have selected. Underneath we have the settings for each of the engines. They are independent from each other, so whatever I change in engine A is going to change only for this articulation, and whenever I change in engine B is going to change for this articulation. It can also be randomized independently. And like this, we can create like unique sounds based on just vintage sounds from forgotten brandless synthesizers. Underneath the controls, we have our automation settings. We can sequence whatever is going to play so that we can create like complex rhythms. Let's just randomize it. Or you can even fluctuate between engines. So if I just turn this on and just let's keep this one on because I like this rhythm. So as you can see, you can combine all these sequencers in order to create fluctuating sounds. For the filter LFO, we can just select here one of our LFO filters. Let's just select the top one, and you can automate how it's going to behave. And so forth. With the modulation, you can automate the dynamics. So let's just say that I'm just gonna go crescendo on it. So in the AB mix, you can select how much of each of the engines you want to listen to. So for example, if you just mix to 100% and just go all the way to engine A, you only hear engine A, but if you go to engine B, so like that, you can select the fluctuation. You can assign this to a MIDI CC, or as I did previously, you can automate how it's going to behave with the AB LFO. Finally, we have our known effects here. They can be assigned individually, but they can also be randomized. For this library, we're also very excited to present you our new arpeggiator system. We have probably developed the most advanced arpeggiator available to date for Contact. It can hold up to 16 independent configurations of arpeggios, and it can be organized either as keyboard or a 4x4 pad. The idea of having these two configurations is to have a visual guide to whatever your MIDI controller might be. So perhaps you want to play the arpeggios with your left hand on the piano, but maybe you have a 16-pad MIDI controller and you want to guide yourself by pressing the pads. Regardless, whatever you do in one is going to automatically be assigned in the other one. So let's say that I just turn this on. If I go to piano, you see that the key is assigned. So the first thing I'm going to do for the pad is learn the trigger key. So for learning it, you can either select the key by moving the trigger key, or you can press on learn and press a key on your MIDI controller. In my case, I'm using my 16-button pad. Second of all, you are going to configure the chord you want to play. So starting by which the root note can be. So in my case, it's going to be C2. If you want to make it major, if you want to make it minor or diminished, let's just make it minor in this case. And as you can see, if I press this note, I already have some arpeggios going on. You can add swing to it, or you can even make it longer. And you can also cut the length of each of the steps. You can also configure its rate. And finally, you can increment the steps, any number from 2 steps up to 32 steps. Additionally to this, you can also randomize whatever you're going to see. You can reset it. And finally, we have our infinite randomization button, which basically tells the arpeggiator that every time all the steps have been completed, to randomize again the steps. So if I enable it, I can just go with infinite combinations. They will never repeat. Additionally to this, we can also turn on other arpeggiators. Let's just say that in this case, I'm just gonna do C3, C minor 3, right? And I'm just gonna do it a bit faster. Right, and here I'm just gonna go root and fifth, root and fifth, sorry, fifth. So as you can see, you can create massive amount of rhythms by either using one arpeggiator or using even the 16 buttons at the same time. So let's just say that here I want to create another arpeggiator also in C, but 1 octave higher, minor again, even faster perhaps this fast. Oh, I have to turn it on and learn. So I can go. So like this, I can go on doing different arpeggios. Let's just make here an F minor, just to make a minor blues. Yeah. And now we're just gonna do a dominant chord. So in this case, because I want my chord to be dominant, I can just enable the tensions, which is like tensions are added to the arpeggios. And because I want it to be dominant, I'm just gonna add the minor 7th here and also here. Right, so my arpeggios is ready, and let's just try and see what happens. So as you can see, I just created a blocks of arpeggios, and I'm just playing harmonies by just basically playing just buttons. The good thing about this arpeggiator is that I can also overlap my melodies. So basically, what I can do is my left hand can just play the arpeggios while my right hand just play melodies.